My name is Melissa Rohan, and I am the founder and head of school here at Waterfront Academy in Washington, D.C. But I'm hoping that this isn't the first time you've been introduced to me. Hopefully you've seen me before, because I have an announcement, and I think that everyone will be as excited as I am to announce it. But I have finished my first book, and it is published. And I just published it, and it's now available for purchase in a few different places. So it's called Nurturing Global Citizens, and it is about how to implement bilingual, dual language Montessori classrooms. And I wrote this actually because here I have a school, and we start as young as age 3, but we actually at one point started at age 18 months, and we go all the way up through early adolescence, which is roughly about 8th grade. I have experiences over 13 years worth of experiences. And so when we would get new teachers come in every year, actually before the start of the school, I really kind of put together a workshop. We always do it. We take 2 weeks before school starts, when the teachers have to come in for reporting, and we do a lot of different trainings. And this is one of the trainings that I do, is talk about the expectations on what that dual language immersion looks like in each of the classrooms. Because the reality is that children learn differently as they develop. And so we need to change our activities, our expectations, our methods as they develop. And so I really kind of walk them through what it looks like. And if you were an elementary teacher, for example, it's also really helpful to know what happens before and what happens after, so you can see the whole continuum. So this is what the book is about, and now it's published. So now you can get it yourself. And so actually, I skipped over the fact that, like, at one point last year, I asked the teachers what would be the most helpful thing that I could provide them. And they said, well, that training, if you could put together a whole book. They called it a guide on what that was. And so I started writing it, and then when I was done, somebody had seen it and said I should publish it because it would be really helpful. So again, published, and you can purchase it if this is something that you're interested in. Just some fun little facts that I find fun. Maybe you will too. This is the only book in the category that I can find. It does not exist anywhere else. So in the category being dual language Montessori. So you have Montessori books, and then you have dual language books, but here we are together creating my own little niche. So the other thing that I think is that you might be interested in is where to purchase it. You can purchase it on Amazon as either for your Kindle, or you can purchase a paperback, and you can do that in all markets across the world that Amazon has. Or if you live in the United States, you can purchase it right from our website, waterfrontacademy.org, and you will see our publishing arm, which is called WA Publishing. And under there, you will find this book. So, and I can only ship it in the United States. There's several people that are reviewing it for me, and they're excited to put together some comments so I could share that for you. That might be helpful before you purchase. But I am having a hard time right now sending these books to Europe and to other countries. So until I can figure that out, we're only going to be shipping from the publishing arm to the United States, but we're working on that. So to be continued at a future date. The other thing, and I briefly mentioned, is that I have this WA Publishing. I have a publishing arm. What is that about? Well, actually, I have just finished a second book, and so that book is going through the editing process, and a big part of the editing process is also formatting, that was that was an eye-opener to me. I didn't realize how challenging formatting a book would be, but here we are. I'm learning. And then I actually have a third book that I have completed as well. And that one, I am currently in the steps of getting all of the illustrations so that we can move to editing. And I'm actually really excited about this one. This one's really special because I have a special illustrator. I won't say too much about that. I don't want to give it away, but that'll be really great. So we've got hey, lots of really great news. And also coming probably this month, two other things. We are going to start a membership on the website as well. So if you're interested in any of, I'll be doing Q&As from there. So you can actually talk to me directly. We can have these wonderful Q&As. The other thing that I do anyways, but now I'm going to make it more personal. It'll be live. That'll be on that membership site. Also, we currently put a lot of stuff onto TPT, which is Teachers Pay Teachers. We're going to be bringing a lot of that plus more that we don't put onto TPT right onto that membership site. So you can go ahead and, just with one membership, you can just download as much of these resources as you like. And we'll be offering 20% off for our members on all these different publications. And then the other thing that I'm really excited about doing in the membership is we're going to do a book club. I'm very excited about that because, so right now I've already got another book plan to do a read chapter by chapter, but there's a lot of books that I think are, and that would be a Dr. Montessori book that I'm going to be reading on the chapter by chapter like I did with the Montessori method. But for the book club, I think that there's a lot of really great books out there that talk anything from psychology to anthropology. And I think that it would be really great to do a book club with our members. So we're going to do that as well. And I will hopefully soon, I would say in the next, give me about 2 months before I announce what the first book of our book club will be. I'm like looking over to the side here over at my bookshelf of all the really wonderful books to choose from. So that. And then the other thing that I'm very excited about is I'm going to be doing some professional development. And if your school is interested in professional development on bilingual Montessori, I am happy to make that happen, and that is also going on our website. I think that one's actually going on our website this week. So lots of really great and exciting things that are happening, and I cannot wait to share all of this with you. But right now, available for purchase is the Nurturing Global Citizens, and I think that you're going to love it. I think it's going to be really instructive. It's not, just so you know, I think that it's a very easy read because I literally wrote it with the intention of it being easy to implement. And so I didn't want it to be super heavy. I wanted it just to be very implementable and accessible. And so with that, I think that it's really great for anybody. So if you were a homeschooler or if you were a head of school, either, or if you were a teacher who just needed a little bit more information, that book is going to be great for you. And I can't wait to hear feedback on how everybody loves or how I can improve the book, right? Like maybe that, because I'm always on a journey of learning myself. So anyways, thank you so much for all your support, all the kind words. I now have fans all over the world and I get all these great messages and I love it. Thank you. It just warms my heart. And so I look forward to continue this, and now we will have a membership so that we can be a little bit more community oriented. So, all right, with that, have a good one.